In Act 2, Scene 2 of Macbeth, Macbeth has just murdered Duncan and is returning to Lady Macbeth. Entering with bloody daggers, Macbeth recounts the voices he heard while in Duncan's chambers.
The voices that Macbeth heard were praying, and Macbeth mentions that he cannot pray back after what he has done to King Duncan. Afterward, Macbeth's guilt and trauma cause him to hallucinate a voice telling him that he can no longer sleep.
He expresses these feelings to his wife, Lady Macbeth, and she tells him to stop being weak and obsessing over this. She also notices that Macbeth brought the daggers and orders him to put them near the guards to frame them.
Macbeth instantly refuses, saying that he does not want to revisit the scene of the murder. Fed up, Lady Macbeth takes the daggers and exits to put them back. Macbeth then hears knocking at the door and is startled.
Consumed by guilt, Macbeth becomes easily frightened and expresses how his hands will never be clean. Lady Macbeth then returns to sleep and tells Macbeth that they must try to act normal and go to sleep.
While researching, I found that after experiencing a traumatic event, the brain and body can undergo major changes. In this scene, Macbeth has just committed a murder, and his thoughts and actions are already showing symptoms of PTSD. A common symptom of PTSD is having intense emotional responses. When Macbeth says, "Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more," Macbeth does murder sleep. It shows that his guilt is so strong that it causes him to hear voices. Macbeth becomes extremely distraught by this and exclaims how he will never be able to have peace through sleep.
Similar to your research, my research explained that trauma causes Macbeth to become extremely distraught over the idea that he will never have innocent sleep, as his murder has now tainted him.
After experiencing trauma like Macbeth has, the part of the brain that holds memories and emotions can get overstimulated, becoming very alert and to look for danger in everything, which is the cause of Macbeth's paranoia, since he had recently committed a murder. Since Macbeth is going through this, in this scene we would play him as very fidgety, fearful, and on guard.
Macbeth also displays a hyper-aware state when he hears knocking on the door. He exclaims how every noise appalls me and goes on to speak about how his hands are covered in blood. As Sophia said, another symptom of PTSD is paranoia. Macbeth experiences great paranoia in this scene, making him feel that everything is a threat and causing him to respond to the smallest things defensively.
Also, when Macbeth says, "Will all great Neptunes, oceans, wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this hand will rather the multitudinous seas in Cardine, making the green one red. And wake Duncan with thy knocking, I would thou couldest." Macbeth is displaying his extreme guilt and emotion, despite just having willingly committed a murder. He stresses to Lady Macbeth of his unclean hands. Macbeth even tells Lady Macbeth that he wishes the knocking that startled him could wake Duncan up, revealing his true regret and emotion towards murdering Duncan. Throughout this scene, Macbeth can be shown as if he is trying to hide heavy emotions.
Additionally, I found that trauma can damage the functionality of different areas of the brain, such as areas responsible for regulating and interpreting emotions and controlling impulses. Since Macbeth has experienced trauma, it makes sense that he is no longer able to regulate his emotions in situations where he feels any sort of threat.
My article also stated that another symptom of PTSD is avoidance. Macbeth demonstrates avoidance when Lady Macbeth orders him to place the daggers back in Duncan's chambers. Macbeth instantly refuses and says, "I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think of what I had done. Look on it again. I dare not." Macbeth actively avoids returning to the cause of his trauma as he cannot cope with what he has just done. In this scene, Macbeth can be pictured with a face of heavy guilt and fear of what he has committed.
Coping with traumatic events can also affect one's relationships. When Lady Macbeth tries to pry about the voices Macbeth had heard, Macbeth refuses. Research explains that when dealing with a traumatic event, the brain can make it difficult to manage stress. Macbeth demonstrates this when he refuses to confide in Lady Macbeth. Not only does this cause Macbeth to be unable to express his issues healthily, but also affects his relationships with Lady Macbeth, as she cannot understand Macbeth's feelings.
To conclude, our research explains how experiencing traumatic events can alter one's brain chemistry. This can cause paranoia, avoidance, emotional outbursts, and more. After murdering Duncan, Macbeth displays these symptoms of PTSD, ultimately affecting him throughout the story.
so drunk hath made me bold. What hearth quenched them has given me fire. Hark! Peace! It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman, which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores, outdrug their process, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? Whoa-ho!
Alack! I'm afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done, the attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready, he could not miss them. Had he not reassembled as my father slept, I hadn't done it. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now,
As I descended?
I,
Hark, who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Bain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's ones did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder. That they did wake each other, I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands, listening their fear. I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more! Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep, sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's sore labor's bath, balm of hurt minds, the great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Claudor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, do you unbend your noble strength to think of such brain-sickly things? Go get some water, filthy witness from your hand. Why do you bring these daggers? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look on't again, I dare not.
Infernal purpose! Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll guide the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? House with me, when every noise appalls me. What hands are here? How they plucked out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's oceans wash this blood clean from my hands? No, this my hand will rather. The multitaneous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark! More knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest this occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would thou couldst